Hi, if you're a Capricorn born December 22nd to January 19th, what can you expect for the month of July 2019? Let's tune in and find out. So well, first of all, we want to start out with July 2nd. So those of you that are seeing this today, there's a new moon and total solar eclipse in Cancer. And then in your sign, July 16th, there's a full moon in Capricorn, which is also a partial lunar eclipse. So we have these eclipses this month that just amplify life. They speed things up. They're the new moons and full moons on steroids, right? So they really create unexpected events, fast changes, endings, and new beginnings. And I'm seeing specifically for you, Capricorn, just this pressure, right? And an opportunity to complete something. There may be, especially in the area of relationships, in needing to shift dynamics or to be able to be heard. And it feels like you're in the process of choosing, like, is this good for me? Is this not good for me? And really looking at what relationships are supporting you and which ones aren't. And there may be some unexpected turns in terms of people also looking at you going, maybe you don't support me, maybe it's not working out for us. So it can also come in not only you being the one that says, nope, I'm done, but somebody else can say, I'm done with you as well. So there's that shifting energy around relationships that you want to be sensitive to this month. So speaking of relationships, let's start right away with romantic relationships and see what's in store for you romantically this month for those of you that are already in a coupled romantic relationship. So let's see what's in store for you. So there's just a need for patience with yourself and with your partner. I also feel like there's some things that you're going to be able to identify with your partner that are working for you, that you both like, that is harmonious. I feel like there's some nice time this month in which you're going to be able to get away and just have a nice time, especially these first couple of days here with this eclipse. It feels like it moves you into just forcing you to relax a little bit. And of course, here in the United States, we celebrate our Independence Day on July 4th, which is a national holiday. And I do feel like most of you Capricorns who are workaholics, will sometime in these next couple of days slow things down. And I think that that's appropriate for you. Some of the unexpected things may be around relationships that don't work for you anymore. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you'll be cutting that person out of your life or that company out of your life, but it could just be the way that you choose to interact with them, that I am no longer going to be the fall guy, or I'm no longer going to pay for XYZ. So it can also be a renegotiation of how you want your life to look and how much you want to support somebody or how little you want to support somebody. It could even be that you're telling an adult child, you know what, I'm done, you're on your own. Or it could be an employee that you're saying, you know what, this is not working, we need to end this. Or it could be your boss where you go in and say, I need a raise, or I need to be moved into a consulting role. I can't do the 9 to 5 anymore, right? So there's this break that's happening for you, an awareness. And for a lot of people, it's kind of been in the background. And for some, it's been in the background and you've been ignoring it, in which case it comes like a real shock when you're fed up, you're done, and it's just over, right? And there's no leeway. You're not giving an inch anymore. And so it just be aware that's kind of what's on the radar for you for this month. The romantic relationship, I feel good about it. I feel like there may be some trouble around the full moon in Capricorn, which is a little bit more emotional in terms of the relationships, a little more intense that July 16th, especially with your partner. So I think what there is to do is to not hang on to your, this is how it is, right? Be a little more flexible, be a little more patient around that eclipse so that you don't say something you regret or be seen or painted in a light that you don't like, right? So if you just chill out around that date, table discussions, gather information, don't make any decisions. It's also during the middle of a retrograde. We have Mercury goes retrograde July 7th to July 31st. And retrogrades are not great times at all for communication. It screws up the communication. There's a problem with contracts. There's a problem with buying electronics, travel. Everything kind of just gets munged up. So add that with that full moon Capricorn partial lunar eclipse, there may be just a deadlock. And to avoid the deadlock, slow down. Let go of your position. Be willing to be wrong. Be willing to see whether or not you're wrong. And just be willing to feel it out a little bit. And if you're willing to kind of do that, you're going to see that things will rise to the top. And by the time the eclipse ends, and then you have a new moon August 1st, the new moon in Leo, it just feels like, I'm glad we decided not to this and we did this, right? It just feels like you and your partner will have come to terms with what's next for yourselves, and you'll just have a better result, just an all-around better result. Even if it is around your relationship and you're deciding to have a baby or not have a baby, or to sell a house or buy a new house, or to move from one state to another, whatever it is, that's really forcing issues where you're at odds, that the big thing you're at odds, whether to support a child or not, right? Pay for their college or not. Move them to public school or private school, right? And you're at odds with this, to vaccinate or to not vaccinate, right? All these things where we have different opinions. The idea is just to table them, relax around it, and then in August, it feels like all those answers, the clarity will be returned, and you and your partner will be off of your rigidity, and you're going to be able to come to a more peaceful resolution. And not only resolution, but it's going to feel good. It's going to feel right, and it's going to feel like you aligned on it together instead of one of you bullying the other. Okay, so just know that that's kind of what's in store for your middle of the month with your personal romantic relationship. And also, if you relax a little bit around it, it's not going to become a thing in the relationship where where it trickles down into the bedroom or into other areas of your life where you're not talking, right? Or the family around you gets like, oh, mom and dad are at it, right? So when you let that go, it'll be just more peaceful all the way around. All right, now for those of you that are interested in a romantic relationship, let's see what we have in store for you for July. So really, it's about taking care of yourself, feeling yourself out, understanding what you want. Be careful though, because I can feel for some of you, there may be a chip on your shoulder. There may be healing that's needed from a previous relationship, and that somebody coming in can trigger that pain. So it's a really important month for you to get your needs met. And then as you do that, it feels like August is a much better time for romance for you, but it doesn't mean that you're not going to be without company or friends, because I do feel this month is very much about having friends and seeing people and lots of parties and lots of opportunities to connect with other people. Not so much a great time to pick and meet your new one and only. I see that more happening next month or the month after, but this month, very much a month to take care of yourself and to take care of your own emotional needs. Okay, let's move into money. What can we expect for money for you Capricorns, and career for this month? So I feel like some of you may have started a new adventure, especially with a partner, and it could be as recently as last month, or it could be something that you're talking about now until the next 30 days. The eclipses, generally what happens is they generally come in the 30 days before or go up to the 30 days after. And then the majority of people actually feel something on the day of or around the day, right? So there could be this career opportunity that shows up for you around July 2nd. And it could be positive too. And there's also things that you're not meant to have just done, right? So don't feel bad about the no's that show up, because they weren't meant to be yours, right? So just focus on the positive, on the things that are yours and that are you're moving towards. Because I definitely feel like there can be new relationships in your career sector. So new opportunities are going to show up. May even be some people from your past who want to do business with you or hire you or have a specific job they want to offer you, just a one-time thing. So look for those career opportunities. They are coming. See if there's anything else about it. And with the money, It feels like there's a lot of money coming in. Also feels like there's a lot of money going out. But I feel like the exchange, there's more coming in than it's going out. So I feel like you're okay. I also feel like there are loans available for you if you're trying to get a loan for a home, trying to get a loan for a mortgage, trying to buy a car, looking to get student loans for your children, going to college. Definitely feel like all that is available for you. It may feel a little bit like, a little painful going through the process because of the communication. So it may be that it's giving me indigestion. It may be that you have to fill out the application 2 or 3 times because it won't go through. Those kind of nightmares when you're dealing with technology and computers. Just keep your patience, people. That's all I can say. And you will persevere and you will get the money. Okay, so just stay the course. Now, let's look at health prospects for Capricorns. So I'm feeling a little weighted in my low back and in my stomach. So it may be, for some of you, it may be indigestion. For others, it may be low back tenderness or tweaking the low back up the spine and neck because of the weight, the pressure that you're putting on yourself to perform, to get things done, financial burdens that you're carrying. So this does feel like, I do feel a little bit of pressure to make decisions and to get things done. Here's the other thing. You are going to see just things that just aren't going to work anymore. Like, nope, that's not going to work anymore. And just being done. And that's really okay because the universe is doing you a favor with those roadblocks that it's sending you because it just doesn't support you anymore long term. So don't be surprised if all of a sudden you get a notice to evict, right? Suddenly they're going to, just pull the plug and your landlord's going to sell the building, right? Or suddenly you're going to, that's just, to me, it would be a sign from the universe, hey, it's time to go, right? So these sudden things, or it could be that a property that you're building, suddenly you get, find out that there was a lien on it, and you didn't know about, and you have to pay more money there, right? So there's all these kind of disputes that can happen, confusion that can happen. If you just persevere, you'll get through it. But I also see a lot of money coming in to be able to handle those types of things too. Okay, let's look if there's anything unexpected for you guys. But that's the pressure that I was feeling in the back and in the stomach. I do feel like as you handle things, you can feel better. So take time, make time for yourself. There's a lot of stress. So there's plenty of time in these retrogrades to slow down. I wouldn't recommend a vacation, but I would recommend pacing yourself. If you do get away, the end of the month feels better and the first weekend of August feels absolutely the best. But otherwise, those last 2 weekends feel really good to recuperate and to give yourself some time and some breathing room. But definitely moving more into August and September for a bigger vacation. Okay, let's look at anything unexpected for Capricorns for this month. Well, nice. I definitely feel like there could be some acknowledgement coming from a partner, somebody that offers you a job or stability, something that they really like. It could be that you've been on their mind and they've seen your success and they want to partner with you and bring you in on something that they're already doing that's ready-made, a funnel that's all set up, which would be nice. Just double and triple check things, and if things come in, especially during those retrogrades, it's fine if you've already been in business with them before, right? And even if they're new, just be a little more watchful or mindful of it. But these eclipses can bring stuff in really fast and really quickly. And if you worked with somebody in the past, then there's not a problem at all, right? But you do, because of the retrograde, want to double check and triple check information just to make sure what you're signing is okay. But if you're waiting to sign, wait until that first week of August, right? If you have that option to. Otherwise, don't turn down an opportunity because of a retrograde. I would just make sure that you protect yourself as best you can. Okay. All in all, Capricorn, it feels like it's a big month, but it also feels a little intense. There's a lot happening, a lot going on, a lot of pressure that you put on yourself, and you're really going to be defining relationships this month. Really, do I want to continue with this or not? Do I like the way this person works or not? And there's new people. I just see so many new people coming into your life. through these eclipses that are really powerful, good partnerships and alliances. And the ones that aren't, you'll be able to see that in August. Like the first, second week of August, you'll be able to go, nope, that's a miss, right? And so you don't have to let anybody that happens to slip through get too big of a problem for you, because you'll see that in August. All right, Capricorn, thank you so much for watching my intuitive astrology. If you like it, please click like, share with your friends, comment below, and I look forward to seeing you again next month.